And we are live. What's up, beasties? It's Triple B, your friendly neighborhood bearded book beast. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another episode of Beast Friends Forever. Woo! I am excited to be with you on a Sunday. I hope you're having a great, fabulous weekend. I've got a great guest, a return guest who was on the last time he had a new book come out, and now he's back again because he has a brand spanking new book out that I can't wait for you to talk about. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, without further ado, let me bring him on right now. My guest, the fantastic Andrew Johnston. Hello. Thank you for being here, man. How we doing?
Hey, I'm doing great. It's been a very holly jolly weekend.
Yes, you had a holiday event, right? So
Oh yeah.
why don't you tell us about that event and how it went? Let's start there.
Well, it was down in the very downtownish of my hometown. Plenty of vendors, plenty of activities. Heck, we had a zookeeper come along, and he was actually the first guy who started buying up books, and he had a snake around his neck. I didn't know if it was real or not, but it was a real snake, and I'm like, it's like 30 degrees outside. That poor thing. I'm like, oh my goodness and gracious. But yeah, they had like a warm section in another building and all that for all the reptiles and everything. But it was great. I ended up doing well selling book wise and met some old faces, some new faces. And it turned out very, very good, very well.
Nice. That's awesome, man. I'm excited for you, dude. I'm glad that it went well and that you had a good time. Like,
Mhm.
I love that you always like if you have those opportunities, you take them, and I
Oh, yeah,
love that, man, because that's what you
absolutely.
got to do when you're on this journey, right? You got to take advantage of those opportunities. Let me shout out J.I. or Jim, probably. I was gonna say J.I. Makos, but it's probably Jim Akos. Thanks for being here, Jim. We appreciate you. And if anybody's watching in the chat and they don't like to chat or put comments in there, that's fine. But if you think of a question, let me know. Put it in there. I'll
Yeah, I'm
ask
open
them.
to answering questions.
Oh yeah, and then well, hopefully, if it is Jim, if it's not, let me know. But and then anybody watching on replay, we appreciate you too. For everybody in the description down below, I've got Andrew's books linked, so go check all that out because we're gonna have a blast. And after you hear a little more about his journey, his story, and his books, I'm sure you're gonna want to check them out. Uh, Thank you, Jim. I appreciate that.
I
All right,
grew out my peach fuzz for this
yeah,
moment.
it's coming in. It's coming in. All right, so let's start with the exciting reason that you're here is because you had a new book come out. Let's see that bad boy. Oh, look at that cover, The Scorched Hunter. Love the title, love the cover. Exciting stuff. So, tell us a little bit about that book and the bigger universe that you've created that it exists in.
Well, it is about a hunter seeking self acceptance and the downfall of dictatorship. It has elemental magic, shape shifting, an ice dragon with a bad attitude, and it's about discovering that your deeds matter more than your appearance, and that's what the main character has to discover. Otherwise, her country will be dominated by a madman, and it's all part of a three-book universe, which I am rebranding to be the Scorched Hunter and the well, not rebranding, but rearranging to have the Scorched Hunter and the Ignited Moon, which are both in the same universe, to be two prequels to an even larger book, which will be what I consider to be the my kind of Avengers team up sort of book and
Mm-hmm.
everything.
That's
And there you
beautiful.
go.
I love
There's the Ignited Moon,
Love it.
and that will complete the Iron Frost universe. But this book, it originally was at a small press. The small press went under, and it was originally called Prim Noir, and then I changed it to The Scorched Hunter, and I even changed the beginning of it. of the story and modified a few things. And one of my dreams with this book is to do a signing at a Cabela's hunting store in front of one of the big fish tanks, um, because it does have deer hunting in the book. If anybody
Heck
out
yeah.
there is interested into, shooting, getting wild game, and it's been a fun adventure. I mean, the launch date was December 5th, and it went right out the gate. Sold 7 right out the gate, and I'm excited to hear what those folks think. And it's actually the thickest book I've published so far at nearly 390 as far as pages are concerned. And the one follow it will be much bigger. The next one has breached 100,000 words, so
What?
it's going to be something pretty wild. But overall, it also covers, because I'm on the autistic spectrum, it covers autism, and it's more the sensory side of things. Smells, taste, touch, and so forth. Unlike my other book, my novella, which is still my bestseller, The Third Night, which is focused more on the emotional side to the autistic spectrum. Um, all of my books will hopefully have some sort of character who is on the spectrum, but that about covers the Scorched Hunter.
It's awesome, man. I'm excited. I love the covers are all fantastic, and I love that your books are getting chunkier every time. That's exciting.
Mhm,
We all love a good chunk.
absolutely.
Where can everybody find the Scorched Hunter?
The Scorched Hunter is available on Goodreads, Amazon, and the Barnes and Noble website. I'm working to eventually get it onto Kindle Unlimited. I am keeping all books, including the Scorched Hunter, for when it's on the ebook, which is it's already on the ebook, but
Mhm.
for 99 cents, because it makes it easier to access, and you just get that story right away.
Heck yeah, man. And I just grabbed a copy from you, which I'm excited about. Can't wait to get it in. Oh, I can't wait, man. It's going to be looks so good on the shelf with the other books by you. Yes, let's see it. I think I can breathe it in through the camera.
Mhm.
Oh,
And
man.
included in all three books, Iron Frost universe books, you might be able to see with the camera, is
Oh,
a
yes.
of the world.
I love that, man. Jim had, well, first he said, I should point out, he said sick cover, which I agree. But then he asked, is it standalone then? Is it part of a larger book series? So it is standalone, but it's within the world where the other story takes place. So it's all in the same world, but it is, you can read it start to finish on its own. You could start with
Mhm.
this, you could start with the other books, wherever you want to start. It doesn't
Mhm.
really matter, right?
Yep. The key is to make everything more flexible.
Mm-hmm.
That's why when the third one comes out, it'll also be a standalone. It'll just take questions you may have had with the Ignited Moon and with the Scorched Hunter and answer them. Say, hey, where did this character end up, and where will they eventually end up, as far as the third and final
Okay.
standalone in all the books.
So, like, if right now you could read Ignited Moon or Scorched Hunter in
Mm-hmm.
either order, but you should probably read those two before the next one comes out down the
Oh
road.
yeah, that'd be ideal and everything like that.
Mhm.
And you know, you get a complete story no matter what with both of them.
Yeah, awesome. And Discarded Night is not. Is it in the Iron Frost universe or is it its own thing?
The Discarded Knight is its separate
That's
own.
what I thought.
It's more tied down to our world than anything
Yeah,
else. It just has
yeah.
that other dimensional quality. If you were to go onto my blog at hwjohnston.blogspot.com, you'll get to see an origin story for the villain of that book. It's called A
Oh,
Cold Cold
nice.
Future,
Yeah,
and that shows parts of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania in it. And you just get a little bit of that. And I'm hoping eventually to have more stories within that world
very cool.
in the future.
Okay, awesome. And I should point out for Jim's question too, something that we talked about on uh, Daniel's channel on Friday night, your kind of book launch live stream we did. People should check that out too. I'll link that down below. But I think is cool is with these standalones, you're doing something cool. You created this big universe, and you're going to hop around and tell different stories. And what you're going to do instead of time hopping and going far in the future, you're just going to places where maybe technology is a little more advanced. You can tell almost a different type of genre within fantasy, but still in the same world and interconnected, but on its own too, which I think is brilliant. So I'm excited for all that you have planned with all that because you're working on a horror, a grimdark, and
Mhm.
those are the two main things you're working on right now.
There's the two main things. Yeah, horror and a grimdark. Yeah, the horror one, it takes place in 1970s Pennsylvania, about a graveyard groundskeeper protecting the souls of his graveyard from demons and ghosts and greedy land developers. And he's pretty darn unique because he doesn't have an alarm clock. He has a rooster, and though his neighbors hate him eternally for it, they are never late for work.
Yeah.
The Grimdark will be about a one-legged farmer, a telepathic chef, and a soldier fresh out of training, trying to stop a famine and overturn a tyrannical government.
I love it, man. So Andrew touched on this a little bit, but I think the reason you're working on it. It just you hadn't had time to kind of figure it all out yet, right?
I haven't had time to figure it all out, and I went a different way as far as going wide is concerned. But
Right.
now, now that I know more, I'm
I'm
trying
gonna go.
to change things up.
Yep.
Um,
So
so
that is the plan, Jim. He is going to get it on there. So if you have Kindle Unlimited, keep an eye out because Andrew is working on
mhm,
getting it in there. So
mhm.
we got a couple more people that popped in and said hello. We got Ellen Holmes, an awesome indie author. What's up, Ellen? Thanks for being here. And then
Alan,
we got Timothy Janata's here. Yes, the party may begin, my friend. Thanks for being here. All right, so you mentioned how the characters are on the spectrum and stuff like that, and I think that's awesome because you yourself are on the spectrum, which I think is awesome that you take your experiences and your knowledge and everything with that and you put it into these books, and I think that's amazing because I love, especially in fantasy, I love when authors are able to put real life stuff in there that people can connect to and relate to and learn from. And I think you do a great job with that in your books. So tell us a little bit about that decision. Was that because I knew you wanted to write a book, but was it always like, I'm going to write a book where the character is on the spectrum, or was that something that came to you as you started trying to write the book?
it came to me as I started to write my books. I originally just wanted to write, amazing time travel stories and stuff like that, and but I figured, okay, well, let me see if I can share my experience in the written word and so forth. Like the discarded night, that's actually pretty darn close to how my life was growing up and everything. And as far as the Scorched Hunter is concerned, the archery part of it is close to my life, but
Oh,
not the rest of it. Not the ice dragon. Not the shape
not yet.
shifting. Don't have me ride a storm bison because I have barely enough balance for a bicycle and everything. I've got the scars to prove that.
Oh yeah,
And yeah, so that's how I went about that.
that's awesome, man. Let's see. Jim had a good question for me, real quick. I'm going to answer. So he said, "Where do you find relatively new authors? Love the fact you give people platforms." So um, platform wise, yes, that is one of my big things that I love to do. Like any indie author that wants to come on and wants a platform and wants to hang out and chat, they can always come on. Because one, I just love to meet people that are into writing and reading and books and chat and hang out and have fun. But two, I myself am, chasing that dream of writing books. And I know that as an indie author, the hardest thing is to get a platform and get the word out there, get notice and get your book
Right.
out there. So anything I can do to help, I will always do so. So as far as the other part, where do I find them? Sometimes I do see a book or something if I'm perusing or I read it because I love indie books. I'll reach out to them, but a lot of times people, now that I've done so many of these, people will see them and reach out to me, and I'm always like, heck yeah, I'd love to have you on. So that's just what I do. I will always do it because I think it's important, and I
Mhm.
have a lot of fun with it. So thanks for asking, Jim. All right, so let's talk about. I guess you did talk about your other books a little bit already, but um, this was book 3, which has been awesome. So tell us a little bit about this journey through these 3 books. Like, have you felt like um, when you started with the first one, then you had first you had Discarded Night, then you had Ignited Moon, and then now you have the Scorched Hunter. Do you feel like it's progressed like how you wanted it to? Do you feel like you're growing as an author, learning continuously, and like, do you feel like better and better about each book as you've gone on?
Oh yeah, definitely. The confidence factor is there, and I am more measured in how I use world building, and I'm finding ways to make things a bit more subtle instead of over explaining. And my characters have more of a personality, and the opening lines to books are better. Like for instance, the Grimdark one, it opens
Mhm.
up about it was cold in the winter for the first time in 70 years, which isn't a direct quote, but imagine having 70 years worth of winters and not being cold whatsoever. And I just learned stuff like that because the more you do, the better you get.
Yeah.
Uh, they say practice makes perfect. I say practice makes better,
Oh, I like that.
and I have definitely improved on on my writing so far, and I want to keep doing that, keep going indie, and maybe eventually jump back into the traditional sphere if they'll have
Yeah.
me.
Right.
Um, and they all have a little bit of me in them, of course, and I've enjoyed every bit of it.
That's awesome, man. Well, and Timothy said here that he's bought all 3 in ebook, which is awesome. No guarantee, and you can never guarantee, but hey, a sale is a sale, and we appreciate the support, man. That's awesome. There
Hey,
is never
Timothy,
enough
here's the
time.
thing. Here's the thing, buddy. I have a stack of books that will they ever get read within the span of the next 3 months? Um, we have a better chance of a hailstorm in New Guinea
Yeah.
because I'm a slow reader. Right now, I'm
Mhm.
reading Animal Farm by George Orwell, and I'm also reading Batman Black Mirror. So, and then I'm also reading Crime and Punishment by Theodore Dostoevsky. So I'm all over creation. So,
Mm-hmm. I hear you, man. I mean, I books are awesome, and more just keep coming out. So it's like I don't even think there's enough time in my lifetime to read the books in this room I'm in right now, let alone all the books I keep getting because just cool ones keep coming out. So, and I'm the same as you. I mean, read multiple books at a time. I have a mood reader, so I don't plan. I just like, all right, I finished that. What sounds good next? So,
oh
uh,
yeah,
we all have that problem. We all get that for sure.
oh yeah.
Jim has another question here. He said, "What genre do your books belong into?" I've heard grimdark. Is it closer to the dark? So you haven't really wrote anything grimdark yet. You would say
I
yours are probably like epic fantasy.
well,
What would you
yeah,
say?
the Scorched Hunter
Hmm.
and the Ignited Moon are both epic. The Discarded Night is a young adult portal
Yep.
fantasy. Now the Grimdark that I've mentioned a few times, that is a little over 30,000 words in, and that should be interesting because it's inspired off of the Russian Revolution and the fall of the Romanovs and everything. So
Hmm.
it's going to probably feel a bit more urban, but I'm going to try and medieval it up the best I can. Um, put it this way: the dragons are not monstrous; they are almost like German shepherds, like guard dogs.
That's cool. I like that. You're so inventive, man. All the things you do, I love it. Uh,
Absolutely.
let's talk about your covers for a little bit because I love covers. I love to talk about them. So let me go one by one here. Let's go backtrack and let's talk about discarded night first. So this was your first cover, and I think you nailed it. It's perfect.
Mhm.
Um, and yes, Timothy, I don't know. Do they like belly rubs, Andrew?
Yes, they do. They love to build rubs. They go.
Yes, and they. I'm sure some of them will be cute. Some probably not, but depends on
Well,
the
the one
dragon.
there's some that yeah. I mean, got to get under the scales and
Oh yeah,
everything.
oh yeah, oh yeah. All right, so discarded night here. Tell us about how the process went for getting this first cover you did. and your cover artist. And are the cover artists for Ignited Moon and Scorched Hunter the same?
It's all the
Yeah,
same. They
I
were all
thought.
done by Katrin Russell,
Nice.
and she's very, very good at what she
Hmm.
does. Um, I believe she's based out of Sweden, and I think she lives in the UK now, if I'm not mistaken. That one right there, the Discarded Knight. I really wanted to be two guys jousting, but
Yeah.
because of the fact that those, you got a lance, the angling and all
Oh
that
yeah,
would
yeah,
have
yeah.
been really,
That'd
really
be hard.
difficult as far as like how they meet. So we
Yeah.
went with swords, and then you have there Alfred, who's in the foreground, and he's looking into this other dimension, seeing like something that he never thought was real. I mean, he's only ever
Hmm.
read books and been stuck up in his house because his parents hate his
Yeah.
guts.
Right. Yep.
So
Pretty good. You nailed the book just in this image, which was great. Now we got Ignited Moon. So what was your thought process with this one?
well, the ice spear and everything. The main character
So
has
cool.
to learn how to form one properly. She hasn't been taught how, and kind of like with progression fantasy, you level up as you go. So there's a bit of progression fantasy in that as well. I didn't even think about that till looking at the cover. Um, but with the moon in the background, that is her main goal of dancing a new moon into existence because the past one is drying everything up and destroying all vegetation and life. I mean, it's so bad that if you're not an adult, you're not going to have strong enough eyes to withstand the flashes that come um, from the moon that is ignited.
Oh yeah, and I love it, man. Did she do the typography too? Because I think your typography is fantastic.
She did the whole shebang.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks really good. I'm gonna share. I got an image on the screen. I'm gonna share of your other book here. Let me. It always takes me a minute because I got like 17 steps I have to do. I'll share real quick, so you don't have to hold it up the whole
Oh,
time.
okay.
So we can.
This is my exercise for the week.
That's your exercise. I like it. All right, here we go. Here we go. There it is in all its glory. All
Mhm.
right. So tell us about this one.
Well, that dragon there is you can really consider it to be a rescue animal
Hmm.
because it was on the cover of the previous version of this book. So it's basically the same dragon, and then of course you have the main character Anna's hand and bow under there. Um, we made the bow a lot more fancy schmancy
Hmm.
than the one she has because hers was given to her by a tradesman who was traveling, but she likes the woods, so she's amongst the woods and
Yeah.
everything. And the story forces her out of that comfort zone.
Oh, it's a beautiful cover, man. I cannot wait to have it on my shelf, dude. Well done. Your covers are fantastic. So you should be proud of those. They are
Thank you.
awesome. Um, all right. So let's switch gears a little bit. Well, I want to talk a little bit about your process. So, I always like to ask these questions. I asked some of these the first time you were on, but I've added a couple more since we talked last. So, I kind of want to ask before we do that, though. I don't want to miss anybody's questions. So, let me ask Jim's question first before we get into process. He said, "Which book series or authors inspired you the most? Do you think for your books?"
Ooh, let's see. I would say George R. R. Martin, of course, J.R. Tolkien. Um, at some point, I want to be able to write as much funny stuff as Nicholas Eames
Oh,
and Joe Abercrombie. Abercrombie right now is my favorite
oh,
of
mine too,
all
man.
time.
Mine too.
And let's see, what else do I have on the shelf here? Uh, I would say Frank Herbert because I just like the immersion that he
Oh yeah,
gives in the Doom books. I haven't made it past book three.
yeah.
Uh,
Me neither.
I
I
feel
only
like
read
I
the
need
first
to
three.
be like hyper coffeeized with that. I just made up the new word there
Yeah, I like
because
that.
I don't. Sometimes I just can't stay awake from some of that stuff. I don't know what it is. So it's still a good
And
author.
no, Jim, ask all the questions you want. I love it. I love when chat asks questions. I just didn't want to. start asking mine and then not come back to yours. So
Just learn to ask
please
me what I
ask away.
for.
Ask away. Ask all the questions you want. We love it. All right. So, I was gonna show you real quick because you mentioned Nicholas Eames. I just got Broken Binding. I have a subscription, and their latest monthly one was Kings of the Wild. Check out this cover.
Oh my gosh, I love
Isn't
that.
that
That's
sweet?
great. I
I
love
thought
it.
you'd get a kick out of that.
That is really, really cool.
Let me show you these end papers. Look at
Oh wow.
that. It's very
Oh my
comic booky
gosh.
too. I love it. Look at that one. Wait,
Oh wow.
isn't that
This
sweet?
is stuff that needs to be like painted on a mural
I
in a chapel
know. And
somewhere.
the sprayed edges are just
Oh
wild. How they can show a picture like that.
that is
I thought you'd
insane.
like that. Here, let me show you.
I wouldn't want to open it. I just want to put it on the shelf and just
I
have it
know. Well,
right.
I have like the regular ones, but look at this naked hardcover.
Oh wow.
I know.
Oh
I can't
wow.
wait to see what they do with Bloody Rose. That'll be next month.
Kings of the Wild.
Yes. Awesome stuff. All right,
I
I'll
forget
put
the
that
name
away.
of the wizard in that book, but
I
he's just
Oh yeah,
fantastic.
he's his characters. That whole he nailed it. I can't wait to see whatever he does next because he killed it with those. Um, oh, Jim, you're still waiting on yours. I know. I keep showing it off, and you're still waiting for yours. All right, so
3.5 miles
I was just
per
gonna
second.
say, I was just looking at Timothy's thing. Uh,
That's what I was take two coconuts across the ocean.
that's right. That one I don't know the answer to, but Andrew does. So there you go. All right. So process wise, let me start with the first one. I always like to know where you fall on this writer's spectrum. Of one end you have pantser where you just sit down and you write. You don't plan anything. All the way on the other side you have a plotter who plots everything and doesn't stray from that plot and those outlines. Then you have everywhere in between. So first, where do you feel like you are right now? And do you feel like it's changed between each book or over time, or have you kind of stayed the same? Where would you say you fall?
I would say I am now a pantser who once I'm done writing said chapter, I will go back over the chapter and I will make notes of certain things I color and
Oh,
choices
okay.
made and emotions felt. And I keep track of all of that so that when I go back, I can say, okay, this is definitely what I want. But for me, honestly, once a character has their arc,
Hmm.
that's it. I kind of know it. I don't really have to stray from it too much. So
That's good. That's good.
mhm,
Okay. And
mhm.
then you feel like it's kind of stayed that way since Discarded Night?
I think it's stayed that way since the Scorched Hunter.
Oh, okay.
Since I redid
Okay.
the Scorched Hunter, gave
So
it a
you've
new title, new
kind
paint
of
job, everything.
okay.
Had some strip flames and all that, some spinners.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, I've heard good things about Scrivener. I've never tried to use like a writing application like that, but I've heard really good things about that one, and there's a couple other ones now too. But I might have to check it out. All right, next question. When someone starts writing, especially in the fantasy genre or anything action or anything like that, I feel like sometimes two of the hardest things can be dialogue, which we'll talk about in a minute, and then battle scenes. And I feel like you do a good job with any action scenes or anything. Was that something that came natural to you, or did you feel like you had to kind of look at books where it had action and battle scenes you liked and learn from that, or like do any research, or did it was it just something that came natural?
It's something that came natural. Before I even really started writing books, I did a lot of research on how they should be written, and I like to try to keep them short and sweet. Now, I will not be having a future scene short and sweet coming up because I'm going to be having. Well, it's going to definitely going to be interesting. We're going to
Okay.
be answering that. We're going to hopefully answer that question that Wormtongue asks of Saruman. He says, "How can fire undo stone?" Elizabeth.
As you can tell, if you haven't watched an interview with Andrew yet, he is very good at voices, and I'm. A lot of us are still trying to get him to do his own audiobooks eventually, and I think he will, because
Oh well, yeah.
he nails it. He doesn't need to find a narrator; he could do it
Mhm.
himself, and it would sound like a different person for every character. He's got it down.
So then sound like a different person. I've got all kinds of things crammed up in my noggin.
So good. Do my I think my favorite one. I mean, I like all of them, but I think my favorite one is Joker from the animated series. Do it. Let's hear it.
Nice of you to say, but you old people should know there's plenty wrong with me. Take my blood, for example. I wish somebody would. This stuff is killing me. I can't tell you how many times I watched that scene over and over and over and
Oh
over again.
man,
That
you
part.
nailed it, dude. It sounds so good. Oh,
Protocol 10. Never heard of it.
oh, that's amazing, amazing, dude. I love it.
Ooh,
Uh,
Harley, the sharpest tool in my box.
nicely done. What about the other thing I mentioned was dialogue? I feel like you do good with
Mhm.
dialogue too, but that can be tough at first.
Yeah.
Trying to keep it simple, but not too simple, but not
Mm.
like over complicating it either, so that people can tell who's talking, but that it's not just a straight he said, she said, he said, she said either. So how did that go in the beginning? Do you feel like you had to work through that, or did that come pretty smooth to you too?
Yeah, I really had to work through.
Mhm.
I had this thing to where I really wanted certain people to sound like educated, certain people not to sound educated, and I eventually said to myself, "Self, you're not Shakespeare. Just keep it simple." So I figured out how to like with the Scorched Hunter. Anna is a educated girl whose grandfather is wealthy, so she's going to speak in the clearest grammar and spelling, punctuation, and all that
Right. Yeah.
possible. And then whoever she runs into might have, um, a little bit of Cockney and everything into it. And I went from there. And I'm getting better at using the little apostrophes to chop up the words and so on, which is quite difficult. I wish I could
Mhm.
do it in narration, but I can only do it
Oh
in dialogue. Like Joe Abercrombie, he can do it in narration and stuff like that. And I'm
yeah.
like, this makes for a slower read, but it's still quite enjoyable. I mean,
That's good.
uh,
Yeah. Oh yeah, I agree. I agree 100%. Um, so I don't. I have you read any John Gwynn yet?
John Glenn.
Yeah.
I read the what's it called?
The
The
Shadow of
Shadow of
the Dead.
The Shadow of the
Yeah.
Gods. I made up to the end of the second book in that trilogy, the Bloodsworn trilogy, and I had to stop. But I bought all three books anyway because I'm a completionist.
Oh yeah.
Um, he's a great author, but we could do with a lot less snarling and growling and all that because I know it's a fantasy, but nobody does that. Um, Nobody does that. You know, not that I'm aware of. But overall, I mean, he's great. He's a great author. But I can honestly tell you that when you see it, the words snarl and growl in three separate paragraphs during the course of 2 pages, you're like, no more, no more, no more. We get it.
No more. No more. Yeah, I have all his books, and I read Malice. I
Yeah.
haven't read any other ones yet though, but I need to.
Mm.
Uh, but he also said nice voices and facial expressions too. So there you go. Let's see. Oh, here you go. Timothy, who's also an author, said, "Any chance you have a studio ready to go?" He's hunting for some audiobook narrators. So
I
maybe we
don't,
could do
and
a whole side
honestly, I
thing.
want to. I will collaborate with whomever knows the most about this. I will jump
Mhm.
into the soundproof
Yeah,
box and
I
go at
will.
it and twist and turn my body like Mark Hamill and be like, "Ooh, yes, man."
Yes, I need to get you connected with some of the authors I know that do their own, and they do a great job.
Oh
So
yeah,
I
I
will.
will.
I
I'll
will
hop into
definitely
that
get.
right
Yes.
away. I
Yep.
think I'm off for a majority of the Christmas break
Okay.
and everything, so we could do
Mhm.
that.
Yeah, I'll,
Um,
I'll I'll get their info and I'll get yours and I'll get you guys connected so you can bounce things off them and figure out what they've
Absolutely.
done. Um, all right, next question. You are, you've just been on a roll of getting these books done. So when you're working on one and you have an idea in your mind about, um, when you want it to come out, are you somebody that sets like daily, weekly, like word count goals or anything? Or are you somebody that's like, I know I'm going to get it done. When I have time, I'm going to hit it hard. When I don't have time, I'm not going to put pressure on myself. Like, where do you fall with getting it done? Are you strict with like your word goals and like I need to write this much a day, or are you more lax with it?
Hmm.
My
Well,
kids are
I
fighting. Sorry about that.
used no problem. I used to be pretty strict about it,
Mhm.
and then since I started launching books, and I kind of launched them very close to each other, like the Ignite Moon and the Scorched Hunter are pretty close. I haven't had a whole lot of time to set up a strict writing schedule. I want to get back to that because on average I could do about 600 to 800 words a day. Now I can't really do that anymore, so I want to get back into that. That's why with this final book in the Iron Frost universe, since I'm already over 30 some chapters in and getting to the finish line, I want to try and get myself to write at least 500 words a day, and that book I'm hoping to launch
That's really good.
in June, if at all possible. But as I said in Daniel's podcast, I'm going to have to go back through and adjust the weather and how the sun sets and everything, because I was brave enough to make all the continents in that book 14 hours apart. I
That's wild.
don't know what possessed me to do that. As I had said in the previous interview, I don't like daylight savings time, so why would I put myself through that emotional
Yeah, I'm not
torture?
sure why you decided to do that.
Yeah,
I mean, it
uh,
makes it interesting. I mean, it makes sense, right? If you're on a different
to
continent,
have
you're not going to be the same time.
exactly, yeah, different continents, different time zones. And
Yeah,
why in the world would you? Yeah, that would make sense. I mean, I had for the ignited moon, somebody wanted me to kind of chart out how the moon rotates around the Earth and all this stuff. I'm like, call Neil deGrasse Tyson. Call Neil deGrasse Tyson. Send him over because he's going to be able to figure this out faster than me. Now the Scorched Hunter, we're not having any lunar issues and everything. Jim, I wish I was a full time
yeah,
author.
that's the dream, right?
I would donate every comic book I have to be a full time author, but I'm going to need a couple 100,000 sales and uh, so forth to make that happen, and I would gladly do it. Timothy, you're talking about the RPG games and stuff.
Well, he's
Was
saying you'd be a great um, game master with all the voices and stuff that you do.
sign me up, hire me, I'll audition. I will totally audition. I wanted to be a voice actor originally, but myself and the guy who plays Cliff Clavin found out I wasn't very serious about it. And this was way back at a Comic Con. This is probably my second or third Comic Con that I had ever gone to. And I decided to be an author, and that's what I got serious about. And I would love to jump into voice acting and writing books full time. Um, that is the dream. I just need enough folks to believe.
Yep, yeah, and you're getting there, man. You're getting
Hmm.
there.
Oh yeah,
Getting there.
oh yeah.
Uh, all right. Next question: when you are writing and you're working through your process and writing your books, are you a creature of habit with when you write your how you want things set up? So, like, do you prefer writing morning versus night? Do you always do that? Do you like to write on a laptop or computer in a certain room at a desk, or do you like to go places or move around? What's like your preferences for writing?
I prefer to write in the morning and maybe a pinch in the afternoon, depending upon whether it's the weekend or not. I don't like to do it in the evening. The job that I work at during the summer, I have to do the evening since we switched to daylight shift, so it kind of messes me up with the whole sleep and everything. But I prefer the mornings, and I usually try to go for as long as I can before I start to nod off, and that shouldn't be too much of a problem because I drink black rifle coffee, so I should be good there. I
Yeah,
prefer writing on laptops, and I have since developed what I like to call the T Rex arm issue, or simply the T Rex, because you're typing on the laptop and you got that narrowness and everything. And when I go to work, since I'm a custodian, I go to
yeah.
clean and everything. My range of motion isn't as big, so I got like this T Rex window wiping thing and all that. So it's like, thing going. But yeah,
Hell yeah.
mornings, T-Rex position, laptop. Um, I eventually want to get that Bluetooth typewriter keypad thing.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure that would feel like almost like a desktop
Yeah, I
sort of
think you're right.
situation. And every time I do the desktop, I end up doing the pigeon thing.
Oh, you do that some of that.
But yeah, no, I don't want to do that. So I'll stick with a laptop and everything. Plus, this
Oh,
laptop's pretty cool. So
very nice. I like it, man. Well, this is we just had an awesome indie author pop in, and this is an author that does his own audio. One of the two I want to connect you with. But El Montague is here. What's up, El? Andrew here does awesome voices, and eventually wants to do his own audiobooks, but he's got to figure it out. So I'm going to connect him with you and Tim, so he can bounce some questions off you guys. Let's see. Timothy Janata said his son has the same day job as yours. Vastly prefers it to working on an assembly line. Yeah, that's for
oh, I
sure.
did. Oh my gosh, we shared the same life. I worked in a factory. I did assembly work for parts and
Oh man.
everything. I prefer doing the custodial
Yep.
thing. It's routine
Yeah.
and it's fun and interesting. You find crayons in places you never would have expected. Heck, I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to write a children's book called something like called the Graveyard of Crayons or something like that or whatever
Oh, yeah.
because I found so many Crayolas that are just destroyed.
Oh gosh, I bet every day, man.
Oh yeah. Oh, I found a piece of a candy cane inside this little one of those little strip thingies that holds the bulletin boards.
Mm. Mhm.
I found cheese on a windowsill in between floors and stuff, and I tried to suck it up, and then it
Oh,
fell from the vacuum and went to the bottom floor.
oh
I
no.
found some crazy stuff.
Oh, I can only imagine the things you've witnessed and found in your day to day, man. Oh,
Almost.
kids are gross. Oh man. Yeah, but you're doing good work, man. I think that's awesome, and you're
Absolutely.
making it work with your dream and your work. So kudos
Absolutely.
to you.
Thank you.
Um, let me see. The other part of that I always like to ask is when you are writing, do you like it to be quiet or do you like there to be? Do you like to listen to music or background noise? And if it is music, must it be instrumental?
I turn on like I go on YouTube and I put on like this like rainfall with a little bit of thunder and
Ooh,
lightning, where
nice.
I put
Okay.
on a combination of a fireplace crackling along with snow falling.
That's cool.
And then I live next to a fairly busy street, so there's that nice whoosh whoosh of
Oh yeah.
cars. So I like that. I have since abandoned the coffee shops
Mhm.
because they become too loud
Yeah.
and
Too
um,
distracting.
too distracting. And I'm one of those people to where like when I see food, I must have it. So I kind of like find myself at the counter buying a muffin when I should be
Yeah.
typing.
Yep.
So we're not doing that.
That's fair. That's fair.
So,
Well, that's good that you recognize it and you do what you got to do for your writing. Very nice. Timothy Janata has the idea for your crayon book. There we
crayon
go. Crayon
necromancy.
necromancer. I love it. I love it.
Oh, rainbow calls.
Oh man. Well, yeah, you could do a different voice for every color of crayon.
Voice
You
for
could
every
nail it,
color.
man.
Oh, ha! I'm Mickey. I own your childhood. Ha ha! Before you know it, I'll own Batman. The Lord
Oh
called
man,
Mask.
that is good. That is good stuff. All right, so that was pretty much all my writing process questions, but let me combine kind of what we've talked about with your books and process. This was something you touched on a little bit in our chat on Daniel's channel, but I wanted to bring it up here in case someone didn't see that. um, but the your protagonist in this book is female, and I think you write really good main female protagonist characters. So how did that decision come about in the beginning when you set out to write the book? Because your first book, Discard Night, your main protagonist is male, and it was very, you saw yourself in them a lot. So what made you to decide when you got to Ignited Moon and Scorched Hunter to go the opposite direction?
Well, people are people,
Yeah.
and I treat people as human beings, and I wanted to give it a shot. I don't dive too deep into all the things that are part of a woman. I do go more
Right.
on the emotional
Yep.
side of it, and of course, I add stuff that they're part of. Being a woman, like
Right. Yep.
personalities and everything. But like I said, people are people, and if you just treat someone as human, you're better off. So I treat my characters as if they're real human beings. And so when I switched over to writing women, I said to myself, I'm going to make this work, and I ended up creating a mother that has been called a bitch on more than one occasion, and she's quite horrible. Now, as far as the women in the Scorched Hunter are concerned, you have the mistress of duels and debates. Do not mess with her. She is the most elite of elite bodyguards. And then you have
Mhm.
Anna, who she's a bit shy at times. She doesn't know her potential, and she's great with a bow and arrow. And then there's Amelia, who is the daughter of the mistress of duels and debates, and she's quite good with a bow. And she's also happily married to her wife Nina, who doesn't say much, but she knows when to avoid the mother daughter conversations and say, "I'm not supposed to be in this room. I need to get out. I need to get
Right.
out."
Nice, nice. I like it. Um, and then for Scorched Hunter, I think it's so cool. The main character has had part of her face burn, so you
Mhm.
have so many things to play with there that she's got to deal with. Not only feeling different in some ways on the inside, but on the outside, she gets
Mhm.
judged already just for that. How did
Mhm.
you come up with that idea?
Well, as the message goes, that what you do is more important than what you look like, and I, I think the way I found the whole half burned face situation. I had a relative who had a situation to where half her face was damaged in
Oh
a
wow.
fire related issue,
Hmm.
and I haven't told her yet that she's the inspiration
Oh, that's
for
cool.
that, and she's very nice. Um, I don't um, I don't see her often. She might have moved to PA. I'm not really sure, but that was kind of the inspiration for that. And I've actually known her since Sunday school back when I was a little guy. Um, but ultimately, it's about what you do matters more than what you look like, and Anna in the Scorched Hunter has to discover that, whether she wants to believe it or not.
Very cool, man. I love that. I'm glad I asked that question. I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Mhm.
Very cool. All right. So now for this last bit, I usually like to ask some questions not related to your books or writing so we can get to know you outside of that because I think that's
Mhm.
always fun. So,
Mhm.
first question: what is your favorite color?
Whew. I would say at this point it would be black because it's the absence of color.
Ooh, I like it.
I know always like that line from Batman Begins
Yeah.
where Bruce is like, "Does it come in black?" And then in the was in the third movie, Lucius says, "And yes, Mr. Wayne, it does come in black."
Yep. Yep. I like it. Oh, very cool. All right. What about food? What's your favorite food?
Ooh, at this point, it's probably pizza, specifically mushroom pizza. I
Oh,
have
I love
over the
my.
last 6 weeks or so have become more Ninja Turtle than you can imagine. And if I'm going to pick a favorite Ninja Turtle movie, it's going to be the I think it's 1990 one where they first get introduced them in Casey Jones, and honestly, the rest of those movies needed a lot more Casey Jones and the
Oh
original
yeah.
April O'Neil. I think they should have just kept the original April O'Neil. I don't know what they were
Oh, the
thinking.
original was the best one by
Oh, it
far.
was
For sure.
great,
So good.
really great. And I'll be honest with you, even though I ordered pizza last night, I'm now very tempted to order pizza again.
Pizza always sounds good. uh, is do you? What's your favorite pizza place? Is it like a local place or a chain people would
I have
recommend?
gone to Domino's, and that's really mostly because of the fact that you see Domino's in that movie.
That's true.
I just can't
Forgot
reach
about that.
I can't reach a $10 bill through a sewer grate and then have the guy say, "Hey, this is a 10. You're 30 seconds late, dude." And
All right,
then
who's your favorite Ninja Turtle?
at this point, it used to be Leonardo. It's
Hmm.
now definitely Mikey.
Ooh, Mikey's my favorite, but I like them all. But Mikey is my favorite. Have you read The Last Ronin?
I have the Last Ronin.
Oh,
I've read
so
the Last
good.
Ronin. There was rumors of a Last Ronin
Yes.
movie,
And
but I
now
think
it's,
it might have gotten canceled.
yeah, hopefully
Um,
they'll still do it. And they're going to make a game too, but
oh
that
yeah, I know. I saw the game. I even saw like a little bit of a game and a gameplay for it.
concept, yeah.
It's
I
beautiful. It's
hope they
cool.
still do it because that is such a good story. It would be so cool in either a movie or animated movie or a game.
Hmm.
Let's hope they do it eventually. They came out with the sequel. I kind of want to snag and read too. I haven't gotten that yet though,
Oh yeah.
but that was really good.
Oh yeah.
If anyone likes Ninja Turtles and you are an adult now, read The Last Ronin. Very gritty, dark, and
Absolutely.
more for adults for sure, but
Absolutely.
really, really good and some
Oh yeah.
great twists in there. All right, next question. What was your first job that you got a paycheck for?
First official job, I worked at. I would say I worked at a amusement park.
Oh, that's kind of
And
cool.
let's just say that did not end well
Oh no.
whatsoever. A lot of peer pressure and certain things
Oh,
happened.
yeah,
Um,
that's
but
not good.
I'm glad I'm out of it. I actually attempted to get a job there again, and then they were watching the training video, showing me the training video for
Yeah.
what you have to know and everything. I couldn't stop laughing. They're like, "You can't take this serious enough. We're gonna have to have you go."
Oh, geez.
It's the most like pathetically
Some of
common
those
sense stuff.
training videos are so dumb.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, I think you ended up where you're supposed to be. That's what I think.
absolutely. I agree.
Um, all right, cool. What was your first car?
A Honda Pilot, 2003.
Ooh, okay. Do you remember what color it was?
The sagebrush green, and now I drive a a 2023 Chevy Trailblazer, and it's red.
Ooh, I love Trailblazers.
Oh yeah,
All right, hold on. Let me find the Pilot first. You said it was sage
yeah,
green.
sagebrush green. Yeah, we found it we found it the last time on on the first interview you and I had.
Yeah, see if I can find the same picture. Probably
Yeah.
won't.
Now the Trailblazer. Funny thing with that is that that thing's
That one?
so. Yep, that one right there.
Yeah,
I
that's a good
actually
car.
saw it during the summer, and I'm like, I recognize the scratches, I recognize the rust and
Really?
everything. Definitely was mine. No
No
air
way.
conditioning in it. The air conditioning doesn't work anymore, and I'm like, I this is definitely the one that I got rid of.
That's
Um,
wild. That's pretty cool. Oh
but
man.
the Trailblazer, I thought the thing was either haunted or something like that because one day I was helping this girl. Her
Yeah.
car died. I pushed it off to the side with some other folks, and I turned around and my car started coming towards me. I'm like, is this a new feature? Does it follow me?
What
Is
is
this
happening?
for Knight Rider or whatever it is? Turns out through the tint and everything, a friend of mine who's wearing all gray and his long gray hair was driving, and I saw his face and he was smiling. I'm like, it's not haunted.
Oh man. Well, that's good. I mean, Knight Rider would be cool, but Christine or something, not so much.
Yeah.
Not so much.
Mhm.
That's cool. All right. What is a, and you can use the same one as you did last time because I think I asked you this last time. But what is a hobby or talent you have that we haven't learned about yet?
Well, I am getting back into drawing, and I recently drew the helmet from A Little Hatred.
Oh
I,
man, really
um,
good. Oh yeah. Here, let me snag it so we can do a side by side here. Right here. Oh no. Just dropped something. There we go. And you got that's good, man.
mhm.
Nicely done. You're a good
Yeah,
artist. I don't think we talked about that last time.
yep. I used to do tons of drawing. The this right here, I designed this myself, and now I
Oh.
sign all my books that way.
Oh, that's cool, man. I love it.
Anything else that I've done recently? I drew a very manic Harry Potter. Very
You're
manic.
quite manic there.
He's had
Oh
too much
man.
poetry potion.
He looks deranged. I love it.
Made him nuts.
Hey, it could have gone that way. Could have gone that way. Man, that's awesome.
And Radcliffe calls me and says, "That's not what I look
That's
like.
not what I look.
That's not what I look like at all. I'm Harry Potter. I'm a famous boy. I survived basically because of the fact that my mother loved me. So it was. It was love.
It was.
It was love.
Oh man. Let's see. Um, okay. Video games. Were you ever a gamer? Were you ever into video
Mhm.
games? All
The
right.
uh, the
Well.
the Arkham games. I loved
Oh
Arkham
yeah,
City
those are
is
good.
my favorite. The last time I really got into a game was the first PlayStation 4 Spider-Man game, and I can honestly tell you,
Oh,
I didn't really care too much about fighting the villains or anything like that. I cared about web
swinging
slinging.
around.
It
Yep.
was like
Oh, it's so fun.
it felt so real.
They did way better
And
than any game before.
oh yeah, well I played the one back when it was PlayStation one or
Yeah,
two or
two.
whatever it
I think it
was,
was
and
two. Yeah,
very
but based
various.
on the movie, the Tobey Maguire movie.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh no, this one wasn't even the Tobey Maguire movie. I think it was more based on the 90s animated
Oh,
series.
oh, I
And
never played that one then.
one of the cheat codes for it was eel gnats, and that's how you got the different suits.
Oh, okay,
So,
interesting. I know games have come a long way
oh, they have definitely, yeah.
for sure. All right, very cool. All right, I got to wrap up here. I got some either or questions for you. Okay, are you ready?
Hmm?
All right,
Hmm?
first one um, is which one is better, Star Wars or Star Trek?
Star Wars,
Nice, nice. Okay, what's the best Star Wars movie?
Rogue One.
Ooh, it is a good, solid choice. Solid
Hmm.
choice. Let's see. Next one. Well, this one you already answered, so I can't ask that one. This one's gonna be tough for you though. You're a comic guy like me. I think I know what your answer will be though. DC or Marvel?
DC.
Nice, nice. Same here. And then we talked about this on Daniel's channel, but who's your favorite DC character?
Dick Grayson.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Love Dick Grayson. Best ever. Who's your second favorite Robin?
Second favorite Robin.
That's
Oh,
tough. That's tough, isn't it?
Carly Kelly.
Ooh, I didn't think that's where you're gonna go. That is a good
Oh, yeah.
choice, though.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good choice.
It's a great universe and everything. I used to reread the Dark Knight Returns annually. It's a good
Oh,
book.
so
Now
good.
I
So
tried
good.
I don't go past that first one because then the
Yeah.
art got a little bit like weird.
Yeah, it did. Did you ever watch the animated movies they made?
Oh, the anime is great, and you got a
So
freaking
good.
RoboCop voicing Batman.
Yeah. Yep, yep. So true. Mark's Book Lounge just popped in here. What's up, man? Thanks for coming in. You are not late. You can come anytime. But make sure you check out the replay of the rest. You can hear all about Andrew's stuff. Um, so yeah, I agree. It was so good. I love that. I love the Dark Knight Returns. So good. All right. So movies and TV shows. What are some of your favorite movies and TV shows?
Well, I don't really watch television anymore. I read more than anything else.
That's
As far
good.
as movies are concerned, I would say Enemy at the Gates, which came out like 1999, 2000.
Oh,
One of
that's a
my
good one.
World War
Yeah,
II rated movies because you don't
very
usually
good.
see the Soviet side of things. Um, I also like 1917. Let's see what else. I would say I actually do like the Pattinson Batman, but not for Pattinson, more because of the story,
Yeah, I thought it was good.
um,
Yeah, I agree.
and because of the Penguin in
Oh,
it.
it's so good. Did you watch the Penguin show?
I have not.
Oh, you should.
I don't
It's so
know
so good, so good.
let's see. Muppets Christmas Carol.
Oh, that's my favorite
Um,
Christmas movie.
the 1984 version of the Christmas Carol of George C. Scott. I think it's George C. Scott.
Hmm.
What else?
Those are all good ones.
Those are all good ones. It's really hard because I used to be a career couch potato. I could have named
Oh
you
yeah.
a dozen or more movies and all that. Now
Now you're a writing machine,
can't
man.
do
You ain't
it
got
anymore.
time for
I'm
that.
either writing or reading. I can't do it anymore.
Yep.
I mean,
Hey,
I
there's
can
only
name
so much time in the day, and it's
exactly.
good. It's good to
Yeah.
choose reading and writing in your free
Yeah.
time. I
I
like
mean, I
it.
can name books like No Tomorrow. Like The Road. I love The Road. I love
Yeah.
Buffalo Hunter,
Hmm.
Kings of the Wild, The Fellowship of the Ring. Out of the three Lord of the Rings movies, I mean movies, books. Fellowship of
Hmm.
the Ring. Oh yeah, movies. Yeah, Fellowship of the Ring, the movie. I
Oh
like that the best out of the three of
yeah. You
those.
like the Fellowship?
Um,
Yep.
though the best dialogue, I think, actually is in the second one out of the three. Um, uh,
Those are all good ones.
That's about it. That's about it. I mean, it's really wild. I've had a major shift. I never thought that I would be so divorced from cable and movies. And,
I've started the
yeah.
same thing, man. I watch the only things I watch usually are if my son or one of my kids is watching something and they want me to watch it with them, then I'm like, of course, can't pass up that watching something with the kids. But
Oh, Batman: Mask of the Phantasm,
oh, classic,
which
favorite
I've
that
heard
animated series,
Scarlett
man.
Johansson might be Andrea Beaumont in the next Pattinson Batman, which that would be great.
Oh, that would be really cool. I'd dig that.
It would
Uh,
be.
let's see here. I wanted to shout out another awesome indie author popped in here. Trinity Cunningham. What's up, Trinity? No problem. We're glad that you popped in anytime. All right. Well,
He writes for
it's already
sustaining ministry.
it's already been an hour, if you can believe it. I feel
Oh
like
yeah.
that flew by. Um, yes, that's right. Lord of the Rings. That's what I'm talking about. Everybody loves that.
Yeah.
So we'll start wrapping it up. But before I go into my ending spiel and everything, I want to give you the floor to shout out, talk about anything you want to, again, remind people about your books or anything like that. So the floor is yours. Go ahead, my friend.
The Scorched Hunter is about a woman scarred by dragonfire seeking self-acceptance and the downfall of a dictatorship. It is a immersive epic fantasy with autistic representation, LGBTQ representation, shape-shifting, as I said, for elemental magic. Ice Dragon um, is a standalone novel, and who knows where the world will be or where things will go after you finish it up. But I highly recommend it. It's available on Amazon ebook for 99 cents, and it'll stay at 99 cents along with my other books, The Discarded Knight and The Ignited Moon. The Ignited Moon and The Scorched Hunter are set within the same exact universe, and The Discarded Knight is its own own world tied into ours more than anything else. But with this one, it is the longest of the two Iron Frost Universe books. And also, I try to do my best to do a list of 50 indie authors and titles at least annually, and I'm going to try to do that in July. And just put that on my Substack. I encourage everyone to check out my blog, hwjohnston.blogspot.com, and also my website, authorandrewjohnston.com. And my best advice I can give is write what you want, do the research, and put forth your best foot forward, because if you're serious enough about it, things will happen. And hey, I've been at this for a year and 2 months, and I have been grinding and grinding and grinding, and I've done it buzzed, I've done it not buzzed, I've done it all kinds of ways, and any kind of mindset whatsoever, with the medication, without the medication, and I have sold books, and grand total at this point, after the wonderful bearded book beast Triple B purchased the last paperback I have
Yeah.
of the Scorched Hunter, I am now officially at 1,060 sales for a year and over 2 months of the authoring. And if I can do it, you can do it too. You just got to push yourself and read inside your genre, outside your genre. And you don't have to go to college or anything. I'm self taught. And I'm also relying on an education that's over 20 years old at this point. Heck, I'm working at the school that I got that education at. So have fun with it.
Heck yeah, man. Well, I got to say, over 1,000 books sold. That deserves another round of applause. Yes, my friend, that is awesome. So, congrats on that, and I think that's fantastic advice. I agree. So,
Mhm.
thank you very much, man. Thanks for coming on and hang out with me, like
Absolutely.
this time and like before. You're welcome anytime. I would love to have you
Absolutely.
back anytime, especially when you have new books come out. But anytime you want to come on and chat about anything, let me know, and you're always welcome. And I agree, Jim. That was a great speech and awesome numbers. He's been plugging away, so just keep grinding. That's just great advice. So,
If you're really determined, make yourself a Lego figure of one of your characters. This is an
heck yeah,
orderman. His name's Philip Wayne.
I love it. I love it.
You'll notice the old Snape costume on there, and then the helmet is actually a disc and everything, which doubles as a weapon.
Oh,
But that will be a
now we're
character
talking.
featured in the next book, and he's also featured in here,
Oh,
and
here we go.
he is my kind of Clint Eastwood character.
Oh, that's cool. I love it.
For dialogue.
Heck yeah, man. I like it. All right, so you heard everything that Andrew said is linked in the description down below. I'll make sure his website and blog get added in there as soon as we get off here so that you can check that out. And his books are all linked. So check it out, support him. And where can people find you on social media?
You can find me at HW Johnston 7 for X, and you can find me at HW John on TikTok, and then under Andrew Johnston for Facebook. Just look for that goofy dude with the sunglasses.
Yeah, that's right. That awesome picture. All right, man. Awesome stuff. Thank you again. Thank you, live chat. You guys were fantastic as always. Thank you for everyone watching on replay. You're awesome as well. I hope everyone has a fantastic and lovely ending to the weekend. Enjoy your Sunday night. I'll be back for more of these this coming week, so keep an eye out on social media and on YouTube for more info. But I'll see you in the next one, everybody. And until I do, as I always say, devour your TBRs, be brave, be beautiful to one another, and be beastly. We'll see everybody. Have a good